Welcome to Hunt Showdown, and with this video I'm going to be throwing out some tips and tricks and kind of going over the basics for, people that are just starting out to kind of want to know a little bit more about the game. I haven't been playing this game all that long, however I've stuck to it like glue. My friend Kat, I guess she thinks I'm just like this god at playing it, because I noticed a lot more stuff than she does. And this is mainly going to be for people starting out like her. So, in kind of this whole first little clip, I don't know how close I'm going to cut this, but I got greedy towards the end of it because I wanted to hurry up and get the rest of the experience stuff to unlock the little lore entries and stuff. And I figured this would be a good little dick around clip to throw in the background while I'm going over this. Now, this is done in the bounty hunt mode. The other two clips in this are completely done in quick play. That's what it's called, quick play. So, in this clip right here, you're seeing me use the bomb spear or bomb lance. I never remember the name of it. And the C96 Mauser, which is called the Dolch 96 in game. I don't see why they just didn't call it the C96. Kind of stupid. But in this, there are kind of some little things that, well, while I didn't play perfectly, I don't know. Here coming up, I, picked two people off of the C96 that are going through that wheat field that you just saw. One's a little bit past the fence, and the other's literally standing right in the middle of the field. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say I got them both with headshots. That's why I'm staying so low to the ground, just constantly crouched, because I didn't want to give away my position. That's why I haven't ran, that's why I haven't made a lot of noise. And in this, I'm also doing it solo, so you can kind of see I'm following them, leading the shot, hit, leading, and thought, too risky of a shot, gotta pull closer. And I do. And as you can hear, with that little shink kind of noise, that was them meleeing. Thought I could get him with the bomb lance. No, didn't even hit him. Didn't even hurt him with the explosion. But as you can see, they're kind of confused to where I'm at. Because luckily I had a decent enough position, I didn't have the kind of dumbness to just stand out in the open. But now I'm heading, I want to say after this I head into the spider and start killing the spider, even though I was thinking about just camping it, which I don't know how to explain that. Camping the bounty to me just seems kind of like one of those things. It's kind of just a straight asshole thing to do. Or, just killing it and then, just sitting there waiting for other people. But, you gotta give and take here and there. So, I want to say I was using mainly the bomb spear to try to kill it. But I'm going up against a spider, which is, I don't know how to explain it. It's the second easiest, honestly. The butcher's a lot more easier to kill, but the butcher has a lot more lethality to it. So I think starting out, people are going to prefer going after the spider, because the assassin's horrible to fight. It is the worst one to fight out of any if you have a choice. Always go butcher or spider if you're just starting out, because honestly, I feel like the assassin just does way too much damage. But getting back onto showing this, I'm, as you can see, the dude's knocking down the door. I throw a sticky explosive is what I threw, and blows up the door, completely gets rid of it. If I'm not mistaken, they're just hiding right around the corner. And I'm like, well, I gotta push it because they probably know I'm here now. They probably think I'm still in the building, but whatever. But come around the corner, he's not there. I peek my head right around, and I think I find him here in like the next 5 to 10 seconds. If I'm not mistaken, he's right back past that fence. I think he was healing up or something. But I decided, you know what, that probably scared him off for a little bit. I'm gonna go after the spider. Now, this is something that really, if you're a new player, I wouldn't say do, because if there's somebody out there, they might just hide, and there's a good chance they're going to be, you know, probably better at the game than you, starting out. And you don't really want to risk that, because, luckily enough, this is only one guy. One. But it could have been two. It could have been three if I would have been, you know, a masochist and said, screw it. Let's solo into trios. That's going to be a fun time. But, you know, you can kind of see me wait and kind of see where he's at. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I think he was AFK. I want to say he was AFK. Because he's just standing there. Maybe he DC'd, but then again, he wasn't just, you know, walking in a straight line or something. So, I don't know. And wow, he really could have screwed me up because he had a C96 also. I don't remember that. Wow. Why would you run with a crossbow then? That's besides the point. Now I go back in here, I continue fighting the spider, I kill a spider, and I'm like, well, I've got ammo left over. I should continue using the ammo, and then I should get out. That's the downfall. I got too greedy, I tried to pick up more experience on my character. I should have just, you know, killed it, got it, ran. But that is the folly of man. Greed. Now, in this, I will say this, I have some shit fucking aim with that, I don't know, harpoon? I don't know what you would call that projectile. The explosive bit. I'll just call it the bomb bit from now on. Even though I hate using the fucking bomb spear. Bomb lance. The fucking pokey stick that shoots the explosive shit. How about that? Pokey stick, explosive bit. Now, one thing that I will say that is good about the bomb spear is, while it has limited ammo, it straight wrecks in melee combat. And that's one thing that I think is stupid about it. It does, I think, like 195 or so damage for a light melee, just a quick melee. Charge does like over 300. It's essentially the bomb lance is carrying one of the crossbows, one of the later versions, you know, like the explosive with a shot bolt, and then adding an axe onto it. It's stupid. It's just like, well, you know what? Here's this insta-kill explosive. Now let's tie it with, let's just duct tape a stick of dynamite onto like a, I don't know, a spear. I feel like that's kind of their whole gimmick with that, was just, yeah, let's do something that's just off the wall stupid. But now, tangent aside, you know, I don't know how much detail I should go into this. I don't. And this is probably gonna fucking just be a horrible, horrible fucking video later on down the road, but I'll keep it up. I might even update it. However, now I don't really remember what I was doing here. I think I was looking for special ammo. But to get onto this while this is going around, as you can see, I'm running around. I'm making a lot of noise because I haven't heard any gunshots lately. I don't even have the suspicion that anybody's around. You can hear some dogs going off, and I think they're going off because of me. But that might have been somebody else setting them off. Now, you know, sound in this game is really fucking key. If you play Siege, you know sound is what kills you. It isn't the gunshot, it's how much sound you make. Because then somebody can just, you know, shoot you through a wall. Later on in this video, I'll have to talk about the different ammos and that shit. Well, actually, I guess I could go over that right now since I'm looking for ammo. There are 4 different types of boxes in this game. You have red, which is compact. You have green, which is, I literally just saw it in the video. shotgun shells. Jesus. Then you have long, which is yellow, and medium, which is blue. And then you have the special one, which is a darker blue, maybe a purple, however you kind of want to go with that. And then you have the ammo box, which replenishes everything except for special. And then you get into the, carryable ammo box, which replenishes half of your total reserve ammo, which is really nice because it replaces special also. Now, in this, I'm trying to... Well, I'm looking around for ammo, I'm looking around for loot. I'm mainly trying to keep on the move so it's harder to kind of get me if I'm caught out in the open, but I'm also trying to find a spot to kind of post up while the spider's currently vanishing. Now, this is not really a good thing, it's not really a bad thing, because one, there's nobody around, and two, I don't know. I really needed some ammo because like I've got three spears left, or three lances, three bombs, however you want to say it, and I think I've got like 9. I think that's what that just said. 9. Getting in the mag of my C96, but you can see I'm running around because I'm like, well, it's about to vanish. There's literally an extract point right behind the compound. I'll just run, I'll get out. And I was like, wait, you know what? I should grind up some more experience. See if anybody's around with the enhanced dark sight, however you want to say that, the empowered dark sight. But I come around here, I throw that down for some stupid ass reason. And I'm like, I've got ammo. I should go around and kill shit for a minute. Little did I know, the 2 other guys that have the other bounty were beelining it straight for where I'm at. Which I'm pretty sure that happens in just a couple fucking seconds. You just see like this head pop up the top one of the fucking fence posts, and I'm just like, well, shit, I'm dead. So, yeah. This is a little bit showing of what you should do, what you shouldn't do. You got the hearing, you got not making a lot of noise, and ambushes. Ambushes in this game are really, really nice. A little bit terrible though if you screw up, because those guys got any amount of skill. They can probably just 180 and just shoot you directly in the face. Bad times. Bad times. I've had that happen. That thing's a hive, if you haven't told, or if you haven't noticed. They shoot wasps. And they're nice. They're really nice. So nice. They give you all the amounts of love. And that's where I died. And that's also where I cried a little bit on the inside. Alright, for quick play you have the choice of starting out medium range, short range, or melee. Medium range gives you a tier 1 pistol, short range gives you a tier 1 shotgun, melee gives you randomly the choice between a cutlass, saber, however you want to say that one, I keep on calling it a cutlass for some reason, or the combat axe. Now, if you're going with, the shotgun or the pistol, there's really no choice between either one of those, because you essentially just drop it as soon as you find anything better. In quick play, you can find any gun, as long as it is not a legendary variant. You can find any consumable or any tool. There is no kind of level cap or anything on that. That's kind of the nice thing, because say you don't have a certain variant of a gun unlocked, you can pick it up. Now, in this clip, I'm about to show the dark sight, which will show a clue, hint, kind of however you want to say it, with kind of these blue kind of sparks, blue firefly kind of looking things, however you want to say it. As you can see, I am picking up tools and consumables off these little blue boxes. Weapons come on a longer blue box, but still a blue box. But they're always going to be, sitting on the ground or sitting on top of something. It'll never be something that's, like, on top of a fence or anything like that. Now, right here's an immolator. Immolators you do not shoot, and you do not pierce their skin with any kind of bladed weapon. The best way to kill them is blunt melee. If somebody is, kind of fighting one, and you're just either A, trying to be a dick to your friend, or you're like, hey, you know what, that would be a good way to kill that guy. Shoot the immolator, they'll explode, and if they don't die from the explosion, well, they're burning off health, and they still have to deal with the immolator, who is now, I think, I want to say they attack a little bit faster while burning. After a while, they will burn out, however. Here's an armored. Armoreds, they're kind of the inverse. You don't want to shoot them because they will take a lot of bullets. However, you can really use anything against them, but the thing that kills them the fastest is blades. So, I want to say the best way to kill them is with stabbing kind of stuff, not just, hey, I'm just going to slash. I think stabbing does better on them. Or, shooting them at the head. That also does the trick, but that takes a couple shots. Now, I literally forgot what I was gonna say. Way to go. Way to go, man. I'm a little bit scatterbrained. I've tried doing this multiple times already, and it's kinda gotten to me. But, you know what? This is working through it. I'm learning how to do this while also trying to teach a game. Now, here coming up, you just heard the gunshot, and you kind of see that hellhound run around for a second. I didn't know if they were if that hunter was in a gunfight or what. So it's kind of why I stood back for a little bit. Here in a second, actually right then you just heard him die. I was like, okay, so there might be somebody around. Kind of gotta keep it. Well, here in a few seconds you're gonna see me hide in some tall grass, and I see a guy jump over the fence, and I kill him. Luckily. If fate wasn't on my side, and he would have shot me and popped me with his, I want to say he had a Romero, it would have been a bad time, because that would have either killed me, or left me with low health and bleeding, and then that's really going to get me panicking. As you can see, I'm trying my best to kill him, get him, and now I'm like, well, there might be another guy here, because the other guy kind of died not too long ago, and I didn't know if there was another person around. Well, luckily, it was only the hellhound that got him. Now, I'm trying to remember what I do. I know I go up and get the clue. I want to say I go and check the guy who's, right there by that hay bale that's directly in front of me, and pick up his king crown. And dicking around trying to use a stamina shot and pick up a frag bomb, because it's like, you know what, might as well use it and get a little bit of benefit out of it, being able to run for 60 seconds. This is, looking back at that was kind of mind-numbing to see. But, you know what? Hey, at least I figured something out. You don't really stop using the syringe until you, take it off screen. For anybody wondering why that med kit's laying on the ground, or health kit, however you want to say it, they killed a, I can't remember what they're called, but they're kind of like a medic, or, I don't know, infected doctor. They deal poison damage with their poisoned bone saw, but they're just your standard grunt. Standard grunt. Ugh. Now, one thing that is actually really nice is, at the last little bit of this clip, I do start throwing a I do start throwing. Wow, I can't even English. I throw a frag bomb through a window and immediately kill the guy who's currently got the wellspring. And as you can hear me in the background, I'm an idiot. But whatever. Now, here is a caravan. Caravans always have 3 deals of ammo, 3 deals of health. In Bounty Hunt, they don't have the guns, but they do have a lootable consumable. Now, what I do here is I want to say I beeline it straight for the wellspring, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I don't know. I kind of pussyfoot around for a second, and that really was kind of a bad idea. That could have got me killed. However, in this clip, I do end up killing the guy. I actually end up killing the last hunter in the match. Because I throw another frag bomb, and I get the hit marker. I don't directly kill him, however, a grunt or the meathead that was roaming around outside actually gets him. And it's like, hey, you're the last one. I'm like, wow, that was kind of easy. But with the I forgot the name for it. Dark Sight. Holy shit. With the Dark Sight in Quick Play, you'll see whoever has the Wellspring with that kind of orange stuff. It doesn't show you exactly where they're at. It shows you kind of the rough area that they are, unless they are stationary and they kind of stay in the same area. And even then, it will still kind of move around a little bit, but you can basically shoot where it's at and you'll get them. Now, one thing about Quick Play is it says kill other hunters to boost absorption. If you kill a hunter while you have it, I want to say it instantly drains like a good chunk, and I want to say it's like 50 or 75 or something. Like a ridiculous amount of Wellspring energy gets immediately absorbed by you. Now, as you can kind of see, I'm running around trying to figure out the best, kind of the best spot to hide, and I was also trying to find the body, as you can kind of hear, so I could loot it real quick and get a consumable or charge on my med kit or something like that. But here in a moment, I'm about to get shot at by a guy that's right there by the tree, which I see right now, and who I mistakenly thought was a grunt at the time. I was like, wait, they're kind of standing a little bit still, but I didn't really think twice about it. I threw a flash over there to try to flash him while I ran around and tried to, get into cover. And that's right, that's literally them, and they got so close to getting me with that barrel. Alright, so now here in about a couple seconds, you're going to hear them, take some damage, shoot, and that was kind of the death sentence of them. Hearing that and kind of getting the rough idea where they are is what kind of really doomed them. Because you get the frag grenade that just detonates, and as you can see I got a hit marker, so I did damage. And then here in a second, you're about to hear them squeal, out the death squeal, or death cry, however you want to say it. Death gasp.
Did I actually get that through the fucking window?
And, yeah, you can hear me kind of have some disbelief. Because I thought I threw that frag grenade and went onto, like, the first floor, or maybe it landed up top on the metal and shit. I still don't know where it landed, but all I know is that that was some bullshit explosiveness right there. And, like, for some reason, the frag bomb has a bigger explosion radius than the fucking giant-ass stick. Well, not giant-ass stick, but the giant-ass bundle. But here in a few seconds, they're about to die. It's like, hey, yeah, you're the last one. Woo! Let us knock down that time for you to, like, 10 seconds or something.
Oh, well, Ain't that funny? Fuck yo shit!
Now, starting off this clip, I'm gonna go across the water. I see two dogs,
And of course,
and I don't want to piss off the dogs and drag other people with the dogs howling. So I kind of weigh my options here of going, well, do I go back up? Do I go around? Eventually I say, well, the gunshots are far enough in the distance that I take out the dogs. Now, this is kind of a risky decision, especially in quick play where most people don't want to fire a shot unless they really need to, because drawing unnecessary attention to yourself is lethal in this game mode. Now, since there aren't really a lot of players moving around or shooting, you know, you kind of notice people's footsteps a little bit louder, you know. And since you're not playing with friends or anything, you're not talking, so you're more focusing on the game than anything else. Now, coming up here in a second, I go for a clue, and I get trapped in a house, and I hear gunshots near. And I want to say I had the best decision that I had, but really I probably should have killed the dogs a lot sooner than I did. Because after coming out of the house, I come across another player. Luckily, they went an entirely different way from where I was. And I think actually I scare them off and they backtrack and they actually go to the guy that has the wellspring here in a second. And this is a good show of melee combat. Really didn't make a lot of noise, didn't alert the armor that was in the room. And for anybody wondering, that's the concertina armored, so shoot it instead of stab it. You stab it, well, you're gonna bleed yourself too. Now, as you can hear, the dogs are pissed, they're making noise, they're about to start howling really bad, because they can't get to me. And, well, as you can hear, I'm kind of getting a little antsy, I'm just thinking to myself, shit. Tried to see if I could throw a stick of dynamite or something out the window. Couldn't. So, I'm kind of in this situation where I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't.
I can't fucking leave.
I really want to say I made the best decision, but I made it a little too late. You know, if I could have gotten those dogs out, I probably wouldn't have came across that other player. Luckily, that other player didn't even shoot at me because I threw a stick of dynamite and just ran the other way. But, to each their own. Now, one thing that I will say is this is kind of a bad idea. Running around inside where it's really echoey really kind of accentuates the sound. That dude knows I'm here. If he was paying attention, he would know that I'm there. Now, I really don't see how I didn't pick up that fucking stick of dynamite, though. Maybe the game was just being weird. And, being the good little diligent boy I am, I check the front door, kind of checking behind me and make sure that he's not poking his head out trying to snipe me or anything. And, I go on my merry way. Now, kind of a bad idea to be running, because, you know, sound. But in this, I will say I do make a good choice. I follow the outer edge of the map all the way up to where the dude activated the wellspring. Alright, fast forwarding a little bit. We're here coming up on the wellspring, and here in a second we're about to hear a gunshot. I don't know if the guy's shooting at me, shooting at another player, shooting at a grunt, but we can hear gunshots. So I kind of run up because I'm like they're too focused on whatever they're doing. And unfortunately I alert some dogs. The dogs don't find me because luckily, you know, I crouch in time and I kind of try to hide myself as best I can. As soon as I think I'm good enough to run around, I run and I head straight for where the guy's at. I think I try throwing some dynamite up to where he's at and I fail miserably. So then I go inside and, well, I think I'll let this clip kind of speak for itself at this point. Now here we have really kind of the best decision that I have made. Now, unfortunately, due to the update, for some reason stairs and certain, you know, roof panels, they just don't like rendering in. So that's why the stairs are missing. And that's why certain areas look really, really weird. Hopefully they fix that here pretty soon. But this guy is up on the second floor, and you can kind of hear him running around. So I do my best to kind of like, well, really kind of try to drag him out. Unfortunately, as you can see, the time on the wellspring is clicking down, and I really got to do something. So I do the best thing I know how to do. Let's brush him with a shotgun. It ain't pretty. It ain't glorious. It ain't honor. It is straight. I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. It is just... It's the straight up just best idea that I had at the time to do. Really. You know, and for trying to help players out, if you got somebody cornered like this, and you know that they don't have, you know, like a shotgun or a melee weapon, or any way to really defend themselves up close, but you got a shotgun or something, best thing, easily, rush them, like I do. I literally just take the risk, because I'm like, well, I'm gonna die anyway. And there we go.
Bitch!